Hello, everybody, yet again. Welcome to another interesting topic from me, Ashwini Chube, on this today's talk. This topic is definitely very vast, but in the next few minutes, I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible so that all of you, my viewers, can comprehend it and use it for your own benefit. There is so much information available today on the internet regarding ascension, light language healing, light codes, sacred geometry, and so on. But what is it and how can you use it? In today's talk, we are going to use it. We are going to discuss it and we are going to make you aware of how this impacts you. Hi, my name is Ashwini Chube. I'm the founder of Unicorn Insight. For more on my work, log on to www.unicorninsight.com. As a part of my brand, Unicorn Insight, I undertake a lot of personal growth and life transformation coachings, tarot card and angel card readings. I'm also a Reiki Grandmaster. I'm also an Access Consciousness facilitator and coach, also an Akashic Records reader. And if you saw my talk on Akashic Records, I also spoke about that when we are healing with Akashic Records, and once we know what are the areas that need some kind of healing, we also use a lot of techniques which includes light codes, light language, sacred geometry, and I'm sure a lot of you must be feeling what is that and how does that work and what is difference between that and the other healing which we have been talking about till now. So of course, let me tell you that all healings are equally effective. I know people when they come to me and they say that that modality is better than this modality, this is more powerful, or people say don't mix X modality and Y modality, and I would say why? It doesn't matter, because eventually it's all light, it's all the universe's divine higher power, and it is all light, love, and energy. So it doesn't matter what you do. But yes, for some modalities, I believe the procedures of doing some modalities are different. Some modalities use different tools and techniques. So I always feel that I respect all modalities, even the ones I don't practice. And I will never see that only my modality is superior, because I think everything works, it all works on the power of your mind. Now, what exactly is this ascension and what is exactly light language healing? So let me tell you, ascension is increasing in the level of light in your body. Simple. Going back to my angel medicine talk, if you look at that talk where I spoke about love and light as an aspect of angel medicine and how it works. So when your body has more light, it vibrates at a higher frequency. Science says that we are molecules and atoms. We are energy. We vibrate. We everything of our being is atoms and molecules. Everything is energy. Now, in simple terms, when your vibration is high, you have more light in your body. When your vibration is low, you have less light in your body. In very simple terms. Now, when we are ascending, or when we are on our way to ascension, or when we are raising our vibrations higher and higher, what is actually happening is we are building more of our light body. So they say that there is what you call as the carbon body, or your basic body, which is full of glowing in the lower frequencies, lower vibrations, which is fear, jealousy, competition, thinking of being in the fear and being lost in the matrix all the time, and believing that nothing is possible and you have to live in a particular manner, only then you're successful. That is what we call as a lower frequency body. Now as you start moving up, and as your vibrations start increasing, as your spiritual body starts getting more awareness, which is impacting your mental body, which is your thoughts become powerful. You stop being in the you stop being stuck in the victim mode, and you start taking charge of your life, and your emotions start getting better. You feel more happy, more joyful. Thus your physical body starts carrying more of that light, and that is exactly how ascension happens. So it all starts with a spiritual awakening. It starts with your spiritual body imbibing more light. and then slowly you moving towards what you call as the crystalline body. So they say that, as per Diana Cooper, I'm a big follower and a big fan of Diana Cooper. I have even done a few online courses with her, and everything what she says, it's so amazing. And she talks a lot about building your crystalline body. Now, when you build your crystalline body, according to Diana Cooper, we all have the capacity to have 79% light in our body. And I believe, personally believe, that when you start ascending, the structure of you changes totally. Even the physical structure, you start looking different. Your skin looks different, your hair looks different, your eyes look different, your energy, your aura totally changes. Now, what is third, fourth, and fifth dimension? People often ask me, what is third dimension, what is fourth dimension? And although yes, I'm a big fan of science fiction movies, and I think I only watch movies which have a lot of science fiction, magic, and all this interdimensional work, and nothing else. So when I watch these movies, I just so connect to them. Now, what is third dimension, fourth dimension, and fifth dimension? We are not talking about places here. So yes, I just took the topic of science fiction movies was because we all relate to that a lot. A lot of my viewers, I'm sure you're watching that and you're totally getting connected to that. But here in the talk which I'm giving you today, or the kind of work which I do, we do not take you physically to different dimensions, because many people believe that fourth dimension is on some other planet, third dimension is on earth, fifth dimension is somewhere else. Probably no, we are not talking about that. We are talking about levels of consciousness. So dimensions are nothing but levels of consciousness. So let us take the third dimension for example. The third dimension is a place where you are stuck in the matrix of the world, where people say, be practical, this is the reality. Many times in the workshop, people feel very empowered. And after the workshop, they say, I got back to the real world. So in a workshop, people are in a higher dimension because they are accessing higher states of mind. And when they go back to the outside world and they start believing in the reality around them, they move back to the third dimension. So third dimension is not a place, it is a state of emotions, it's a state of thoughts, it's a state of awareness and consciousness. In the third dimension, awareness and consciousness is extremely low. People are stuck in the victim mentality. They believe the world is happening to them, because when people come to me for tarot readings, they say, what is my future? And I say, I don't give you future, because giving future tarot card readings is very, what I call as third dimensional, because you believe that future is fixed and you have no um, control over it. So third dimension believes that you are stuck, life is happening to you. You also believe that there is good and there is bad, and the bad is more powerful than the good, and you're always in the state of fear because you think your power will be taken away. You believe that you have to work hard, slog hard to grab as much money as possible, because if you don't grab it, someone else will grab it. You believe in the whole concept of scarcity, and you are trying to snatch things away from others. You are judging others, you are feeling that what are they doing, and you are constantly thinking about others lives. You are gossiping, you are trying to pull others down, because if you are threatened by competition. A lot of people ask me, Ashwini, who's your closest competitor? And I say, we live in an abundant world, everyone is doing their best. So it's good if you are getting inspired by someone, but if you are being jealous of someone and their work, and if you consider them as your competitor, you are living in the third dimension. Now let us go to the fourth dimension. So in third dimension, you believe your life is not going to be changing, and you believe in no possibilities. You only believe in fixed future, fixed past, and fixed present. And you believe that you're being thrown at life and you're going to get whatever is there in your destiny. You're living in the third dimension. Fourth dimension is where you start what I call as waking up. What is waking up? Where you believe that you are taking help from the other sources, from beings of light, from angels, and you start believing in taking help from the other energies, from higher energies. You believe that things are possible, but you are still stuck, because somewhere in the fourth dimension you again believe that when you start doing good things, you'll also attract negativity. Okay, so I know people who say that when you do Reiki healing, do you also absorb people's negativity? And I always say a point of view creates your reality. Because if you believe that you're going to attract negativity, or people are jealous of you and they're going to give you something bad, you are still in the fourth dimension, where you believe in the power of light, but you're also believing in the power of darkness. Okay, now when this is happening, you are stuck there and you are not healing beyond a particular point. You are afraid of putting yourself out because you're afraid of jealousy attacking you, you're afraid of people attacking you, you're afraid of the dark forces, you are afraid of the dark entities who might trouble you. A lot of people say, I have been because there has been evil eye, and there has been people are negative about me, or I attracted a negative power in my life. Now, again, I'm not saying that these things do not exist, but in fourth dimension, you're giving them power. I see a lot of spiritual healers who are doing so well lose out on the good things they are doing because they are still giving power to a lot of negative things, and they are being more stuck in the drama and trauma of it than moving above it. Now, moving above all of this happens in the fifth dimension, which is the next state of consciousness. In fifth dimension, you are aware of all these things, but you're not giving them power because you know you are the power. You know present, past, and future is happening right now. And the moment you choose it, the moment you make that choice, you tap on what we call as the higher timeline. And that higher timeline can give you the life of your dreams. Your best career outcome is based there. It is right now. Your most happy relationship, whether it is with your spouse or whether it is with your children or whether it is with your parents or with your any people who are a part of your life, you believe in that and you don't believe in it getting boggled down by some negative forces. Fifth dimension also is where possibilities are million. You, for example, when people come for tarot readings to me and they say that, will I get that job? I tell them, don't ask question, will I get that job? Instead, ask a question, I really want to have a good job. What guidance can you give me? That is tapping into the power of fifth dimension, where you are looking for possibilities. I also practice this modality called access consciousness, and you might have heard a lot about me if you are following me on social media or any of my channels, or even when the talk which gave on access consciousness, where we ask for possibilities, where we ask universe what else is possible. So for example, people say that I know a client who had come to me because her one of her astrologers had told her she'll never be able to make it in at a particular area in her life, and for all these years she had bought that and she was living with it. A lot of such people come for healing, or they come for, like we also spoke about it in Akashic records. There was a client who was in a job and that job was quite toxic, and when she asked an astrologer, that astrologer said that you will not be able to get a good job in the next 5 years because for the next 5 years the time for you is very bad. And something in her made her not believe in that, and she came to me for a tarot card reading for a second opinion. And I said, I'm not going to give you a reading whether you are going to be stuck or whether you're going to have that bad patch in your life. We are going to make things change. And after which she started asking questions. What else is possible? Universe, can I get, how would I get another better opportunity? And within 8 months, she got another job, and she broke the prophecy of that astrologer. And because she took charge of her life, she started living in the fifth dimension. Now, fifth dimension is all about instant manifestations. It's about not being affected by any other energy, but living in your own alignment, living in your own light, and constantly being in the flow, not trying to control anything. Because people say that, okay, I want to do this, but I also want to have a particular outcome. But no, we are not having a particular outcome here. We are looking at creating better life for us. Now, in 2012, when the new era began, there was a lot of light which came in the universe in an energetic form. Over the next 7 years, multiple souls woke up, including me, because in 2013 I started my spiritual journey, and I met my Reiki master then, and then a lot of things started shifting in my life, and I started living in this entire state of fourth dimension, where I started getting the power back into my life, gradually moving time and again to fifth dimension. A lot of us who are watching here are either in the fourth dimension, that's why you found this video. Someone in third dimension would just fast forward this video or cancel it and not even watch it till here. But if you're watching this video till now, you are definitely moved to the fourth dimension, and you are either oscillating between fourth and fifth dimension like me, or you are in the fourth dimension trying to understand what's happening. So 2013, 2012 to 2020, a lot of us woke up. We started understanding how this universe works. Mass awakenings happened in 2020. So the ones who didn't wake up in the 7 years started waking up in 2020, started making use of. Most of us have now shifted to the four dimensions. I know friends and family of mine who never believed in all of this have recently started messaging me, telling me that, do switch words work? Does Reiki work? Can I get a session, please? Ashwini, can you help me heal this particular pain? I'm taking doctor's treatment, but I would also request you to give me some Reiki. They have all started waking up. 2020 mass awakenings begin, and technically right now most of us, almost all of us, are living in the fourth dimension, and we will be moving to the fifth dimension gradually. Now a lot of us will be pioneers. We will be leading and taking people to the fifth dimension, and then by 2027 and by 2032, almost the entire earth will have moved to the fifth dimension. Now, the part of work which I do with light language healing, light work healing, with light codes and alchemy and sacred geometry, what is it and how does it help with in the new era? So light codes or symbols, sometimes you are just sitting in a meditation and a symbol comes to you, that are light codes. Sometimes a different language comes to you while healing and you start talking in a different language. It is not some gibberish, but it is a light language. That is exactly what you call as light language healing. You hear people speaking in a very different language, which no one probably understands, because you don't understand at a conscious level. You understand it at a subconscious level, because it is where you are downloading those codes from the higher sources. And then there is sacred geometry, use of grids, use of different sacred geometry objects, using pictures which are full of geometrical objects to heal someone. That is sacred geometry healing. Now, as a part of my healing, I use all these three techniques. Now, people ask me, how do I learn light language? You don't learn light language. Light language comes to you. Light codes come to you. They start coming to you, and you can start using them in your day-to-day healing. So, as a part of the work which I do, um, a lot of this work is connected to three prominent beings or higher beings. Archangel Metatron, who works with sacred geometry. So when I do a sacred geometry healing or transformation on you, I work very actively with Archangel Metatron and with Master Melchizedek. There is also, when it comes to light work and light language healing, there is a lot of magic involved because it transcends time space dimension, which also includes Akashic healing, which I mentioned in my earlier talk, and light language healing. We work very actively with Archangel Raziel, who is the angel of magic. Now, once you start using all these tools and techniques, you start leaving your carbon body behind and you start moving into your crystalline body. A lot of people also ask me, how do you know that you have built up your crystalline bodies? Your body starts asking for more conscious foods. So you start eating more fresh fruits and vegetables. You stop eating stale food. So, I can't consume certain foods. For example, foods with a lot of monosodium MSG, or what we call as Ajinomoto. My body can't take the lot of that foods. So yes, a little bit in proportion is okay. But if I eat a lot of that, my body starts falling sick, which is a sign of your crystalline body building up. Or a certain food, stale foods don't suit you. Packaged foods don't suit you. You start asking for more fresh food. You start consuming more water. Everything about your body starts changing, which means your crystalline body is getting activated. You are moving higher and higher. So all those healers who are watching me and who are guided to make dietary changes to their food, start making them. Although there are no rights and wrongs in this. Everyone will have a different thing about it, but follow your body. Also, you will start getting a lot of downloads, which means messages from the divine and all of that. And all of this process is what we call as light work healing, or what I call as sacred geometry, light code healing, and ascension healing is all about it. Under Unicorn Insight, we are practicing under a new vertical. for the last 6 to 8 months, which is called as Unicorn Inside Sacred Geometry and Light Language Healing. So if you would really like to know more about it, or if you would like to take a healing, you can get in touch with me on ashwini.chubey@unicorninside.com. I'm so passionate about this topic that I can go on and on, but time is a limitation here. So I hope this talk benefited you at some cost, and at some level you are you are definitely benefited by it. It's not a coincidence you're watching it, because only the ones who are guided are watching it. Lots of love and light to you. I hope this quick yet important session gives you some overview on what light language healing is. At least I've given some quality information to you. Also, you can watch this talk of mine in conjunction with my previous talk on the higher chakras, because when we talk about light language healing and ascending, also your higher chakras, the 12 chakras get activated, and you start operating from a 12 chakra place rather than just a 7 chakra place. Thank you very much for watching once again this talk, taking time out of your precious schedule and giving this time to me. For more on my work, log on to www.unicorninsight.com. You can also drop an email on inbox.unicorninsight@gmail.com to book a session with me. You can, in the subject, you can mention requesting for light language healing or Akashic healing. And you can find more about my work on my Facebook page, which is Unicorn Inside Sacred Geometry and Light Language Healing, which is my page. Um, and yes, I hope this benefits you at some level. Greetings, best wishes, love, light, and lots of angelic blessings to all of you, my viewers. Thank you.